I never imagined I'd be the woman crying on the kitchen floor because of a man who promised to love me. But that's exactly where my story starts. My name is Emily. I'm 32, a nurse, and someone who genuinely believed that if you gave love, you'd get love back. Turns out, that's not how life works. At least, not at first. It was a Tuesday morning. I was brushing my hair before a 12-hour shift when my phone buzzed. A single text message from my husband, Daniel. We'd been married for 7 years. The message said, "I think it's better if we both move on. I can't do this anymore." No explanation, no discussion, just that. Before I could even process the words, my banking app notified me again. All our joint savings drained. Every penny. I stood there, staring at the balance like it was a glitch. 7 years of saving. Gone. It felt like someone had knocked the air out of my lungs. When I tried calling him, straight to voicemail. When I texted him, blue ticks. No reply. That's when it hit me. This wasn't a mistake. This was a plan. By the end of the week, Daniel had blocked me everywhere. But the universe has a funny way of revealing truth. A coworker sent me a screenshot from social media. Daniel, in Miami, with a woman I had never seen before. Her name was Vanessa. Early 20s, influencer vibes. The kind who posts quotes like, "Choose yourself, queen," while dating someone else's husband. It wasn't the photos that broke me. It was how happy he looked, as if I had never existed. I didn't sleep that whole night. I replayed every argument, every moment he came home late, every time he said he was too tired. Everything suddenly made sense. He hadn't fallen out of love. He had found someone else to love. I tried reaching Daniel's family, and that's when his sister told me the truth. Daniel had moved everything into an apartment in Florida. He had been planning it for months. He transferred his paychecks separately. He signed property papers behind my back. He even changed passwords. And now, he was gone. My attorney said he was preparing for a strategic divorce. Basically, he wanted to leave me with nothing. But he forgot something. I am not the type of woman you can walk over and expect to stay quiet. When I finally stopped crying long enough to think straight, I remembered something. Daniel had once bragged about being smarter than the IRS. He wasn't. I still had access to some of our older financial documents because I used to file taxes for both of us. And after going through them for 2 nights straight, I found something interesting. He had been hiding assets. A lot of assets. Crypto accounts he never declared, stocks bought under Shell LLC, income he forgot to mention, and most importantly, these were all opened during our marriage. That meant, legally, half of it was mine. I walked into my lawyer's office with a folder full of papers and eyes swollen from crying. He took one look at the documents and said, "Emily, he screwed up. You didn't." He walked me through a plan, a long one, a smart one. We filed for divorce in our state first, which gave me home court advantage. We froze the remaining assets. We notified the IRS. We triggered financial discovery. Daniel panicked. He called me after 2 months of silence. His voice was shaky when he said, "Why are you doing this? Can we talk?" For the first time, I didn't cry. I smiled, and I hung up. Vanessa started posting cryptic quotes. The choose yourself queen energy vanished. Daniel wasn't spoiling her anymore. The trips stopped. The gifts stopped. The dinner stopped. Money can make you look like a king, but when it disappears, the crown falls fast. Pretty soon, I heard the funniest rumor. Vanessa left him for a real millionaire. Daniel was alone and drowning in legal trouble. He tried calling me again, tried guilt-tripping me, tried apologizing. But apologies don't refill bank accounts. The divorce hearing lasted 4 months, and in those 4 months, my lawyer exposed everything. Hidden assets, lies, financial manipulation, emotional abandonment, infidelity. Daniel showed up looking like he hadn't slept in weeks. When the final judgment came, the court ruled, I get half of every hidden asset. I get part of his future earnings from misappropriated funds. He must repay the drained joint account. I get the house. Daniel's face turned gray. Mine didn't. This may be petty, but I'm allowed one petty moment. The day I moved back into the house, I found something in the garage. A box labeled Memories. Inside were photos, letters, little souvenirs from our marriage. I laughed. Not a cute giggle, a full, genuine, relieved laugh. Because I realized something. He walked away thinking he had won. But I ended up with the house, the money, my dignity, my peace. And he ended up with nothing but an empty apartment and memories of the woman who didn't break when he tried to destroy her. Sometimes people betray you thinking you're weak, but betrayal doesn't create weakness. It creates clarity. Daniel taught me what I will never tolerate again. He taught me how to protect myself. And he taught me that a woman who rebuilds herself after being broken is the strongest kind of woman there is. And now, I'm free.